Alright, welcome back. We're going to talk about sidebars and widgets, particularly creating a sidebar. You have the ability on the site to create multiple sidebars that you can pretty much put on any page, other than some set pages. Set pages meaning your blog, meaning your contact page, things that have a set layout, which it's not going to allow for that. So let's go ahead and just kind of dive right in. If we look at the blog page, we have this sidebar on the right. So this has got a predetermined sidebar with your featured images and your recent posts and comments and all that kind of good stuff. However, we can actually make multiple instances of sidebars and stick them on pages. So first thing I want to show you is this little sidebar button right here, right above the photo gallery. And what we're going to see right now are the two sidebars that that are already by default with the theme, not counting the blog. Okay, so right now we can delete this right here, this sidebar if I want to. This is one I've made just for a test. I can delete this because this is one I've actually made. To make a new sidebar, we just simply put in a name here and then add it. Whoops, which I already did. So, and to get rid of it, we just got to delete it. Delete it. Okay, now where can we see the sidebar? How can we manage it? Well, it's done a couple ways. First thing we want to do is actually find the sidebars, which we can get to by going to Widgets, under Appearance, Widgets. And what are we going to see over here? The blog sidebar, which you can't delete by default, as well as this default sidebar. Okay, so what we want to work with is, at least in this particular tutorial, is the sidebar page, excuse me, the page sidebar, which I've actually created just for this particular demo. Alright, and I'm working actually on removing this name. It's actually not going to say sidebar, default sidebar, sidebar page sidebar. It actually will just say the name like we have here, but WordPress at the time of this video is fighting it, so to speak, so it's not liking it. It's kind of forcing us to put this name in here. So if you're watching this video and you're looking at it and you're like, hey, mine just has a name, doesn't have this sidebar part, just ignore it, don't worry about it. That's just why. I'm just trying to fix the naming process a little bit for you. Anyways, so this is the one that I made when I showed you the sidebar creator over here. So what will happen is I can actually put some items in this. So we can see right now I got two little sections. If I look at the blog, a widget, excuse me, not sections. These are individual widgets. These portions right here. So I can just drag and drop whatever I want in here. I have a text widget in there right now. I got a recent post. Maybe I do a category or something. Whatever you guys want to do. And now that sidebar, if I use this particular sidebar at any page that I make, this is what it's going to show. So let's go ahead and jump into Pages. And let's just do, how about page test? And got to make this capital. A little bit of a pet peeve for me. Update it. So what we're going to see now is up top is it says show sidebar. So if I want to show the sidebar, I got to choose which one I want. So if I don't want a sidebar, I just choose that. Or I pick from the list of sidebars that I have created. In this case, page sidebar is the one I made. Choose that. And then go ahead and come down here below the update and make sure you've selected the template that has page with sidebar. Otherwise, it's not going to show up. Go ahead and refresh this. And here we are. Here is the sidebar that I created along with the text. So you can actually do this multiple times. So if you want to do multiple pages, multiple sidebars, you can do that. You can come in here and create new ones. You can come back and delete them. And the widgets, as far as the sidebars here and as far as the sidebars like on the blog, they all work the same. And now I'm going to kind of go over the widgets and how those drag and drop, at least associated with the blog. And like I said, they work in correlation with the sidebars on pages that you may make as well. So let's go back to the widgets section. And what I want to do is find the blog because that's the one that's got the most going on. And first thing is just the drag and drop feature of these things. We can, set these up to where maybe you want this one to be recent post to be first and featured to, to be below that. We would just drag and drop it. Maybe you let's see, recent comments. Where are we at here? Maybe you want to limit the number of featured posts. That has 3. Maybe you want to limit it to 5. I'm not sure if we have 5 posts, so this might not work if I don't have 5 total posts at the time of this demo or not. So if it doesn't adjust, that's the reason. Let's see what we got. Well, we do have 5 posts, so you can do little things like that. You just have to play with it and kind of come up with the best solution for you. And basically, what we do is drag and drop any series of widgets that we want to use. Custom menu, I went over that in another tutorial for menus, but like I said, I would go over it again. Custom menu, I can drag this one over if I want to make up my own menu. I call this menu, and then I would just choose from a menu that's been created. Charlie's menu that I did as a test. If I choose that one, come in here and refresh. I need to delete that menu out of there, by the way. There's that little extra menu. Most of these are pretty self-explanatory. Recent comments, you have your archives, your categories, and all these things. If you don't want them, what I would do is recommend put them into the inactive. That way, it saves the information. So, for instance, like you gave this thing a title and you chose this menu. Maybe you don't want to fully delete it, but just get it out of there. I would put it over in here as opposed to just pulling it out. And just by dragging it out, it gets rid of it in this sidebar right here. That makes sense? I think that's about it. The majority of these you can use, and it's self-explanatory. I'm not sure the RSS one's going to work. The meta one's a login. You probably don't want that. Your links would work if you want to do links, like your blog roll links. Not sure you really want to do that either. Let's see, what else do we got? Oh, the banner ad. Forgot about that one. If you guys want to put placement ads, banner ads, even just images in general that link to other stuff, whether that's wedding wire or awards for you that you have. This is pretty fun. We drag this one over, and basically what we need to enter is the link for the image, and then the link of where it's forwarding to, if you have it forwarding to another website or somewhere else. So what we want to do, let me go ahead and leave this one here and come back to it, is grab an image that we've either uploaded already or are going to upload now. So to do that, we want to go to the media library, and prior to this I've already uploaded just a sample, an ad sample. So if you have one you've already uploaded, go ahead and click it, and in here I see my URL, file URL. So I just copy this, come back to the widgets. It'd be the same thing if you actually go in there and upload one, you would copy that same URL after it uploaded. Banner ad, paste in that image, and then the link. Where is it linking to when it's clicked on? Go ahead and hit save, and there it is. So you can actually place this banner ad anywhere you want. If you want this somewhere up in here, drag and drop it, refresh. There's the banner ad. So you can actually have a little bit of fun doing different images and ads and things like that. So let me go ahead and pull this out. I think that's going to do it for widgets and sidebars.